That was a beautiful image to welcome us into as well, but we're going to get to that in just one moment. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Memorial Day Savings Stream and Shop session. This is session number 8. This is the final session of the day of this weekend. I have had so much fun hanging out with each and every one of you over the course of these 8 episodes. We have talked about so many different techniques, so much different information, and so many different things to see, learn, and look at all these fun different products up close and personal here in 4K at Linda's. Today we are streaming to our same channels, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and our very own website. To have the best live shopping experience, you can always hop over to our website, lindas.com, and click the live shopping tab to shop directly in the video as we are here. Now, this is our final hours episode. What that means is all of our sales are coming to an end tonight at midnight, May 25th. 2026. Got to have that disclaimer. And I want to make sure that any questions that you have regarding this stuff that we've looked at over the course of these episodes, or any quilting questions in general, queue those up, get them ready, and drop them in the feed, because this final one is really a big Q&A for us to work out together. And Mom's also going to show you how she puts together mug rugs following the video that I did ever so long ago. And it's become her new thing. She's absolutely loving putting them together. She's also starting a trend within our family where people are buying sewing machines in our family. Could you believe some of our family members didn't have sewing machines? I know. It's a crime. I know. We'll work on it later. But super excited that she will be doing that. Speaking of Mom, come on in, Mom. She's hanging out in the wings, but here she is. She has decided to spend Memorial Day with us. This morning, we started off in the Cuddle Center at our store. Yep. We just got done with the Quilt As You Go episode featuring the Quist products, and then we get to kick it off here today at 3, looking at some fun mug rug products that you've got.
Yeah.
Fun stuff. Now, like we've been doing all day, because it is very important to us, we are a proud military family. Today is not about sales and savings by any means. Today is Memorial Day, and it is the day that we honor and remember those that made the ultimate sacrifice for our freedoms here. And we would like to take a moment of silence to honor those. So if you'll join us in that moment of silence, please. Thank you very much. We appreciate that, don't we, Mom?
We do.
We do.
It's very important to us coming from a military family. And so thank you for doing that with us all day today. Before every session, we want to make sure that we honored that.
Definitely.
All right.
Although the sales and savings are great this weekend, that's not what today's about. Right. But we're going to pass along some great savings to you. We're going to cover those as well, because we've got some great things before they run out. Isn't that right?
Yes, we do.
So let us know where you're watching from. We love to hear that. We love to see that. We love to see how far this reach has gone. Mm-hmm. But let's talk about where you can find us on the website. If you've joined us, this is the first session you've ever joined us. Let's see where you can join us on the website. You hop over to lindas.com. You can do that from your desktop or any mobile browser. And you're going to have our main website with all the different things. A ton of different sales happening, but if you want to join the live shopping channel, you just hit the live shopping tab. That will bring you to our 8th episode here, where you can look through and see all of those fun things. You also have all the past lives that I have done over this Memorial Day savings holiday weekend, so you can watch all of those as well. This is the best place to be for those different things. Now let's talk about those savings real quick. So batting packages and rolls are 45% off. Batting by the yard is up to 50% off. You can't beat that. I mean, it's basically free at that point. You've got our fabric, which is going to be the cotton, flannel, and batiks. Those are going to be up to 35% off. The Shannon Cuddle that we looked at this morning, that's 25% off. The R&K products, those Quilter Select rulers that Jennifer showed us on Friday, those are 25% off. Thread is up to 35% off within that thread family. You're looking at Glide and Superior threads as well. Those sit in that thread family. Those are 25% off, but the rest of the thread is up to 35% off. And we've got Notions. Those are up to 35% off as well. One thing I haven't really touched on much of, because there's not a ton of it left, because you guys have noticed it before I said anything, but our clearance section, up to 60, sometimes 70% off right now. So that's the place to look as well in our clearance section. Some fun things to see. Now, I did talk about in the last episode some different bonuses that are up for grabs. If you spend over $100 on the Quilter Select branded products. So the rulers, the threads, the rotary cutters, any different things like that from Quilter Select. Over $100 on that spending, you're going to get an additional 2,000 bonus points to your Corey's Cash account, which is basically $10 back in rewards. That's a fantastic deal. If you're spending over that $99 on everything except for batting rolls and large items, that's going to get you free shipping in the contiguous United States. Over $149 is going to be an additional $10 gift card that you can use towards your next purchase. And over $249 is going to get you that $15 gift card as well. So think about it. If you bought all this incredible thread that was on sale, you bought over $100 worth of Quilter Select products, you bought 6 yards of fabric, different batting packages. Think of all the different savings you're having with that 6 yards. You buy 5 yards, get the 6 yard free on fabric. That includes that Shannon Minky that we looked at today, that cuddle we looked at today. Over that $100 on Quilter Select is going to get you that 2,000 bonus points. And then you're going over $99. So if you're getting past $249 with all that stuff we just talked about, which you can easily do, you're getting $10 in bonus points back. You're getting a $10 gift card. You're getting a $15 gift card, and you're getting free shipping and a free yard of fabric.
Goodness gracious.
I might have to turn off the lights to conserve energy.
Oh
I mean,
my gosh.
we're giving you some fantastic deals.
I need to go shopping.
I know you need to do some shopping, Mom. Okay, so we have got some different things in the questions here. Watching from Wisconsin. Hello from South Carolina. Do you guys have gift items? We do have some things that you can make as gifts. That we don't have any pre-made ones that you could gift to folks that we're showing today. There probably are some sitting around on the website somewhere. But we are going to show you how to make a really cute, quick gift out of some easy things. So definitely look out for that one. Explain how I can get the item that I bought Saturday included in the items that I want today. So if you bought separately, but you want to combine them all together to take advantage of the cart bonuses, that can't have it. It has to be done in one cart. Now the system will auto merge your orders in the background and refund any shipping besides batting that you may have incurred. But if you're looking for those cart bonus ones, those have to be done at the cart level. But feel free to also email us support@lindus.com. If there's anything that our support team can do, they can definitely take a look at it. But majority of those bonuses have to be done at the cart level. The system doesn't do it any other way, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Thank you for all the incredible information and great sales. Well, thank you. We appreciate that. Let's see. Okay, Mom, I think they're ready to see what you've got to show us today.
Well, even if they're not ready, we're going to show them.
They're ready. I think they're ready. But feel free, again, queue up all those questions that you have in regards to the batting, the thread, the notions, anything that we looked at. I'm more than happy to answer those questions for you so you can help. If you're on the fence, kind of making that final decision on what you want to purchase, this is the time to learn about it. So, Mom, take it away.
All right. So I have really enjoyed making mug rugs. I always say mud rugs lately because they're so easy. So here's kind of an example. I make 4. I get charm packs, get the coordinating fabrics, and then kind of just make them really quick and then put a little bow on them. Here's another one. This one I actually just used scraps that I had left over and did the same thing. So I'm going to show you how fast and easy it is just to make 4 using all the products that we have. And I'll show you how to put it all together. But the first thing is very important is going to be the heirloom fusible batting that Corey's talked about, the double-sided fusible. That's extremely important for making these to make it easier. Now, you can use regular batting if you need to, but this just makes it easier. I like to fold this up and into 4, sometimes 8, just really depending on how much scraps I have left over, or if it's a brand new roll cut off. Then what I do is I get my 5-inch Quilter Select square ruler. I just stick it right on top there. I think you can see that okay. And then my 60 millimeter, and this is why I like the 60 millimeter for this. Now I use my 45 for my standard cutting, but for batting, I use the 60. I just hold this in place. Don't have to put any pressure down really. Knock that off. Just turn it around because the Quilter Select rulers have that adhesive glue on there, so it helps keep it in place.
That non-slip coating.
Thank you, non-slip coating. That's why you're here. Then I'm cutting off that corner, so when then I'm done, I have my 4 pieces that fast. So I'm making a set of 4 right now. So then I'm going to kick this out of the way. Then I'm going to move my batting. And voila! See how easy that comes? Just right over to us. All righty. So I'm going to turn this around and I want to give you an idea of how I kind of do them. So as I'm doing, I go in there and I find a charm pack that has a lot of coordinating fabrics. Charm packs that are just solid colors, they just don't do enough bang for me, like really cute. So I like to have the ones that have lots of coordinating fabrics. So if I got this one, which was True Hue. You know, there's all kinds out. Here's like a sports one. I mean, you can do all kinds. So then I go ahead and I match them up. I match them up and put them together. I'm going to put the batting down at the bottom. I'm going to put the pretty fabric that I want to show on front face up, and then the backing face down. And you can do this all kinds of ways. I just have found the quick and easy method just to have less steps. And I'm going to flip this over.
So you're putting those two pretty sides together.
Two pretty sides together.
And then on top of the batting.
Yep.
Okay.
So then I'm going to take my Corey's Aliso. So I have one too, but go ahead.
So this is the Aliso TG1600 Pro Plus iron with the Smart Touch technology. So if mom decided that she wanted to pause right now, she could let go of that iron and it's just going to pop right up and not harm anything. And it's going to sit right back down again. So then she can just continue to press. Having that nice large diamond sole plated iron is fantastic. Now this is the fusible batting that she's using from Hobbs. Now remember, this fusible batting has adhesive on it that is water soluble. So you'll notice she's not using steam and she's pressing, not ironing, as she's working through it. Pressing is a big deal on it, so it's going to help contain and hit all of that heat while she's doing that. You see how fast she can get through that gift set really quick.
Yeah, and you don't necessarily have to have the top on there, but I just stick it on so it's already in place for the sewing, and also it helps just kind of keep it in place a little. So for me, it's just one less step to have to put together over there. So once I'm done pressing, then I'm going to pop it over to Corey because he's got his sewing machine popped up. Okay. Literally, I just pick these up right off the thing, take these over to Corey. Alrighty. And then I've already told him he actually taught me how to do this, so he'll know how to do this really easy. But we're just going to you want to just do one, and then I'll flip it, and then you can answer some questions.
Totally.
So there we go. And we'll just start in the middle.
So I've got a 1/4 inch foot on my machine here. Pretty sides together, starting about midway down on that. I'm going all the way to the edge. Now, this is a good point for us to look at. If you can see on screen a little bit how the fabric is kind of bulking up, that has to do with the pressure foot pressure that we looked at earlier in the quiz episode. So I'm actually going to bring my pressure down a little bit, and that's just going to help things glide right through. Oh, so much nicer. When you get to that 1/4 inch, you'll turn and you'll continue.
So generally when I do these, I actually kind of start in the middle. So when we do a flip back, so go ahead and do that and then finish that one. And then just because it makes you already have all your corners done. So when you're flipping it's easier.
I see. Where are we at? Okay. So this one, you have to do your corner, but I see what you mean. You started way down here.
Yeah. Go ahead and do another one really quick.
Do it to another one. Okay.
Yep.
Let me do another one. I didn't do it right, folks. Yep, she's mad at me.
Start right here.
Start
all
right
the way
there
around and end right there.
Okay. See, well, you didn't show me how to do that. I can see. That makes more sense. I'm the one that did that video and showed you that too. But here I am not knowing what I'm doing. See? Now, this would be a perfect time. I know you don't use it all the time for this. This would be a perfect time for the hook and snip. Using that stiletto to keep everything nice and in place on that. Oh, yeah, that's much better. Just another hand right here just to really hold that fabric and keep it from shifting.
And then when you get to the end of that, make sure you do like a double stitch back so it keeps the stitches down for you when you're flipping.
Aye, aye, Captain. There we go. Let's go a little bit further. There we go. And we're just going to do a little bit, and what she means by backtrack our stitches. Okay. Hang on, Mom. I did that one for you.
All righty.
And I've got a few questions to answer real quick. So while you flip the edges, you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. You go, girl. Okay, let's see what we said here. I live in a cold area. I like the thick, heavy batting. Please recommend. All right. So if you like a thick, heavy batting, you live in a cold area, you're going to want a really thick cotton. That's what I would recommend. Tuscany Supreme from Hobbs, which has not been discontinued. Just letting everybody know that again, because I made that mistake the first day. Tuscany Supreme from Hobbs, really, really nice, very thick, densely packed batting. 100% cotton, no scrim on that one, so you're gonna have to stitch a little closer together. And just be careful when you're loading it on your machine not to overstretch it, but absolutely phenomenal. Airlight has a extra loft and a double extra loft cotton, and then Quilter's Dream has a deluxe or a supreme cotton as well. And then the Worm Company has one as well. A lot of big manufacturers of batting have a really dense, heavy cotton. I would be looking at the Tuscany Supreme is the one that I like. But there's all those other ones as well. Whatever brand of batting that you like, as long as you're going with a more lofted cotton, you're going to get a nice warm quilt out of that.
If I could show them the foot back real quick, and then I can get it all prepped for you.
Yeah, totally.
Just want to show them the quick and easy way.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so what I do is I put my fingers in here, which is why it's important to do it in the middle. You can see if you do it on the corners, it's going to be really hard to stitch together. So if you put your stitch in the middle and you do your back stitch right there, it's more stabilized. Then I just go in here and I take my fingers to the corner. And you can do this on any envelope technique that you're doing, place mats, any dryer mats, any of that type of stuff. And I literally, it's that easy to flip in and out. Then I take this little tool, which Corey has it over there.
It was the Clover 7803 point-to-point turner.
And I love this. So like you can put the corners in, get your corners going, and then just flip it around and do your quick points. It's so nice. There's lots of ones out there, but I have found that I really enjoy this one. It just makes it much more friendly and a lot easier, and it gets really into those points. And then now you see why I like this over here. Then you turn it around and you pretty much got it. Then you iron it flat down, and I'll take it back over for Corey to stitch in a second.
Cool. So let's see what other questions we have. If it's double-sided fusible, aren't you sticking it to your ironing board? Very good question. And because she's only pressing for a short time, it's only really temporarily adhering to the top layer of fabric. Now you will, if you caught it when she peeled it, you heard it go a little bit. So it has a little bit adhered to the ironing board, but not that much, and it doesn't leave a residue or anything like that. So if it does adhere, it's not leaving a nasty residue on there by any means. And she's not like leaving the iron on it for 15 seconds where it's going to get enough heat to get down to that ironing board level. So no issues there. We also have the little board that we have, and there are ironing board covers. Some of them are like metallic covers where they help with those adhesives, so that will help, but there's not enough heat or pressure to adhere it down to the bottom of it. But really good question on that. But it is double-sided, you are correct.
And another reason why you put the extra layer of fabric too is also to keep it from doing that.
Correct.
But I've made hundreds of these on my ironing board and haven't had any issues with the ironing board.
Yeah, no, it works really well. Joel said, please remind me what you said to set your pressure foot pressure to. I have a Bernina as well. So on my B570, the standard foot pressure is 70. When I do the quilt as you go, the controlled quilting, I bring it down to 11 for that. And but like the 770 and the 990, their standard pressure is 50, but you're still going down to 11. 11 is the sweet spot on the Bernina. Let's see, is this recorded to see beginning? I just tuned in. Yes, this will be recorded. There is about a 10 to 15 to 20 minute, depending on how long we go, delay in the actual posting of the replay, but it is recorded. It will be available on the website, and it will be on our YouTube and Facebook recorded to be able to be watched. Just remember, the sales that are happening are live in this video, and they end tonight at midnight, May 25th. So at midnight. What blades do you use for the Linda 60 millimeter? Does it require the circle like the Famore? Yes, very great question. The Linda's ergonomic 60 millimeter rotary cutter that has the ball bearing in it, it is a collaboration with Famore, so it's the same ball bearing design on the inside, which requires the same type of blade, that perfect circle in the center, so it doesn't get caught on the cylinder that creates that easy ball bearing spin. A great question on that one. You have so much knowledge. Thank you for sharing. You're so welcome. That's what I love to do. I love you guys. They also have wool batting for warmth. Yes. So the thing about wool is it can be warm, but it's a natural fiber which is really breathable. So if it's not a really super dense wool, which not very many wool battings are extremely dense, you're going to have really good breathing in a wool batting. So even if you doubled up with wool and cotton, a thick cotton and a nice wool, it could make it even nice and warmer too, which is even better. That is my question so far. Yeah, that's my question so far.
Okay, well, let me just finish this up.
Yeah,
Pretty easy.
okay. There you go.
All right, so we stopped where Corey stitched it. Then I flipped it. Then I used the glue based it from Roxanne glue based it that we love for all of our stuff. I literally stuck it right here in the middle, and then I just took the iron. And remember, we have the fusible batting in there too. So I did that on the opposite side, press and hold. And what that does for me, this is just something I like to do, is it keeps it all nice and square and flat. So then when it goes back over to the sewing machine, it's going to stay flat as it's going underneath my corners here. So I'm going to toss it back over to Corey because he's sitting at the machine. And he's going to show you how it is to finish it up. Like these are so fast.
They go together super quick. If you're looking for different things to use for like retreat gifts or like Secret Santa gifts at work or things like that.
Thank you gifts.
Thank you gifts, anything. Mug rugs are legit the fastest thing to make. So I'm stitching right on the edge here, almost about 1/8 of an inch in, but basically right there on the edge, just to give it one thing. And I am going to go around the whole entire thing just to have cohesion with the overall design, because otherwise I would have to only top stitch one section and it would look a little strange in my opinion. So I've got my foot here and I'm just stitching right along the edge there to the point, having my hover feature on so the foot hops up a little bit, and then I turn it. I've got an edge there. So this corner is kind of thick, so I'm using that hook and snip to push it a little bit, that nice point to push so I can get through. There you go. And then it's going to continue on.
Good point. I'm glad you brought that up because I use it as well.
Yeah, good
to
point.
Get through those corners, because it does get a little caught. So you just got to give it just a little bit of help.
Just a little bit of love right through there.
Yep.
But you can just take that hook and snip point and push that right through. Mom's going to put that hook and snip on the live shopping page for you real quick while I'm doing this, so you can have access to it. But that's my tool, the Corey's hook and snip and tweezer set. Absolutely phenomenal multi-purpose tool. We've shown you multiple uses for it, but this is a really good use for it. And you can imagine once you get all of these done, you can crank these bad boys out.
You really can. So I literally will do probably 8 at a time. So I have 2 sets.
Yeah.
Put them all on cut out the batting, put them all on the ironing board, iron them all down, take them to the machine, stitch them all, go back, flip them, and come back. Roxanne based it, glue it down, stitch around, and they're done.
Yep.
Then all I got to do is put a little bow around them.
Oh yeah. I'm just gonna trim that away. Is this for me?
Yes,
you know I love
I
love the True to Hue set.
Mm-hmm.
And there she is.
And I can show you some other examples over here.
Yeah. Yep. Let's go back to your camera over there.
And then we can keep answering any questions.
Sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So for instance, here's one that I made for aviation for Ryan for some of his pilot friends. This one I actually stitched in did a cross on just to have something a little bit different. And this is the way Corey had taught me to do. But then I was like, how can I get them done faster? But they still do the same thing. And I'm like, I just don't have to do the stitch across. So like what he just did. So then here's a set like that. And now this one wasn't from Charmpex. It was actually just leftover pieces of fabric that I had. So it's a good way to get rid of your stash. I have Stonehenge on the back, and then just some of this motif fabric from a long time ago from the front. And it was just it's like less than a fat quarter size. And then I have everything. Then I get to use all my leftover fusible batting. So if you have a lot of leftover fusible batting from your Quiz system, right? You just take that leftover fusible and you can make little quick little mug rugs like that, as well as table mats and things like anything.
Fantastic.
Super easy.
I love that. Thank you for sharing with us.
You're
That's
welcome.
fantastic. So I've got some good questions to get answered here. Catherine says, I make mug rugs using the leftover scraps from my quilt blocks and 2.5-inch strips. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Love that. Christy says, Corey, on both my 40, I'm assuming 45, and 60 millimeter, the back screw keeps coming loose. Any tips? Yes. Good tips on this one. So with this screw, because the ball bearing system spins so free, you have really got to crank down this tightening piece. You'll see like some of the videos, it just looks like maybe I just tighten it up like that and I'm good to go. No, you gotta crank that bad boy down because it's got to hold really tight against that cylinder piece because it spins so free and there's no additional washers or anything. There's nothing holding that in a locking position. So if you just keep that nice and tight, Christy, you'll be good to go. When I first opened these, when we first got them and I first started using it right out of the package, it's not as tight as it needs to be. So give it just a good crank down and you'll be much happier with it. Trust me.
If you make that noise, does it make it better?
Yeah, you always got to make the noise.
Correct.
It's like when you use a tied to go pin, you got to sing the na 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 hey hey hey. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, I missed the first section of the Notion stream, but haven't been able to find it on the website. Am I overlooking it? No, you're not. I just looked, and apparently after 6 episodes, the 7th one drops off. So I've turned it back on. They're all back on. I guess the system just thinks after 6, y'all aren't happy with me anymore. But it is back on the website. So if you refresh your screen, whenever this is done, you can easily get access back to that again.
And I think they're always on YouTube too. They stay on YouTube.
Yeah, but it's more fun on the website.
Oh, of course.
It's more fun on the website. Asia said, is Corey's tool scissors that was available on Saturday still available? Yes, it's linked down in the bottom of the live shopping video right now. Feel free to get that one added to your cart. Vicky says, love the glue basing idea. I learned from you this weekend. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Joe, would you mind dropping the link for the blades for the Linda's cutter? I can drop the 60 millimeter ones. Y'all have sold out the 45s, but I can drop the 60 millimeter ones. So those are dropped, and that's for the 60 millimeter rotary cutter. Let's see.
You can also show them that 3-in-1 when you get done with questions.
Oh yeah, the large 3-in-1.
Yeah,
that's a good one. We could do that. Okay, I think
I gave you everything over there.
Let's see. Oh yes, Christy, it is wonderful for the stripology ruler, and that's how we design this in line for inset rulers. So it does for those that are watching. I guess I could go overhead and not put a blade next to my face. When you hold this handle, the blade does drop lower.
Do we get the ruler for you? So you can show?
What ruler?
The stripology ruler. Do you have one here?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
No, it's fine. The blade does drop lower than most light candle like this, so this guard doesn't get caught on that inset ruler when you're working with it. So yeah, it's absolutely wonderful for things like that. How much is the rotary cutter? It is on sale right now for $19.49. It's a really great deal. And that's the 60 millimeter one. What is the name of the rotary cutter and how much is it? It's the Linda's Ergonomic Rotary Cutter. This is the 60 millimeter one. We did have a 45, but y'all bought them out this weekend. But we do have the 60 still available. Has that trigger handle and it has that ball bearing design on the inside, but it is also on your screen. And it is on sale for $19.49. Hi from Savannah, Georgia. Hello. Okay, let's look at the... oh, can we talk about the mat real quick?
Yeah.
Since we're here, let's talk about the mat. So on the last live, we did the Quilt As You Go, and I showed you guys the So Slip 2 mat. Love the So Slip 2 mat. But once again, thank you. You guys bought them out. So I do have another option that is available for you. And this is one that I just got from the Fiber Fabric Craft Festival in Illinois this past month. So it's in my list of things that I'm testing. So this is the So Steady Grid Glider. So same type of idea. It has the rectangle cutout. This is just the Grid Glider. It has a bunch of different lines that you could follow to measuring. The only thing you have to make sure of is that you get things nice and straight when you're connecting everything when you're kind of sticking it down to your table surface, making sure it's staying nice and straight and even with the line work. But this is another great option if you're looking for some type of glider to go on your machine. Again, this is the So Steady Grid Glider. And Mom's gonna, I think, move the camera so you guys can see it.
See a little bit closer. I love the lines on there, especially if you're doing some straight stitching and you're trying to get the 1/4 inch or the 1/2 inch, just to kind of guide you in.
Yeah.
I definitely think it's a really good opposite solution.
Yep.
And we have them on our website.
Absolutely love it so much. So Steady Grid Lighter, playing with the testing right now on it to make sure, because you guys know, I don't know if you do know this, all the products that I show you guys whenever we're doing things like this, I have thoroughly tested to make sure that it is the best solution. I'm not here just to sell you things. I really want you to like the products that you're going to get. So I test everything to make sure it's right. So this one's still in its testing phase, and so far it is really good. I'm very pleased with this one. Nana says, does this, I'm assuming this guy, come in a 45 millimeter? It does. It's just sold out currently, and it will be back soon. But it is currently sold out. I do know a lot of stores across the United States carry our rotary cutters, so you might see if your local quilt shop has the 45 millimeter, or see if they could order it from one of the distributors that might have some.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's also a good.
But it will be coming back in.
It will be coming back in, but the 45 millimeters were sold out this weekend from the holiday.
All right, let's talk about my little project.
Let's talk about your little project. All right, what are we showing?
So I picked up this quilt pattern on the All Texas Shop Hop, and decided I wanted to try to do this for my hubby, for Darren, because he just loves the different colors like that. That's what called my name. And then it took us forever to find all the fabric that we would like. So then I opened it up and it said I had to make 252 half square triangles. And then I was like, what the heck did I just get myself into? Because I had never made a half square triangle, and I definitely hadn't cut that many pieces out. So Corey had showed me the 3-in-1 tool, how easy it was to square up the half square triangles and then actually make them. And so now you showed me how. What?
Hold, please, folks. Let me explain something to you. So hot stuff behind me here.
Yes.
Was looking at the incredible half square triangle portion of the 3-in-1 and said, I will not be making 351 of those using this. She said, you're gonna have to teach me a faster way to do it.
Yes.
Thank you. Let's give the people the information.
Pretty much the pattern almost went back in the box.
She was like, I'm not doing that. So
I love my husband, but it's not gonna be made.
I showed her the 8 at a time method where you can put the squares together. I do have a video on our YouTube channel showing you how to do that. She watched that a couple of times.
Yes.
To make them. And so she made a ton of half square triangle units doing the 8 at a time, and then actually used the square up portion of the 3-in-1 to square it up.
So what we have here is we have some of them cut out to make it faster.
Yep.
So this is kind of the theory where you have me do the lines. So like this is one of them out of the 4.
So out of that 8 of the time,
yeah,
out of those 8, what we're going to do is I'm just going to take this 3-in-1, and again, this has that non-slip coating on it, and paired with the Quilter Select mat, which I am on a Quilter Select mat, you can see that it can move around, I can turn it, I can do whatever I want, but it's staying on there and it's not adhering to the fabric. There's no adhesive on it by any means. Take my rotary cutter and right through that. Really, isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
That's just so nice. Okay. And that's going to slap on just like that to create those pieces. And when you iron those out, you end up with something like this. Okay. Now she needed to square these up to 4.5. Is that correct?
Yep.
Square it up to 4.5. So this is our squaring tool as part of the 3-in-1. So this has the squaring section. So we're just going to take and square that down. And so basically what I'm looking for, if I'm looking for 4.5, the first cut line that I'm going to do is I'm going to match up this diagonal all the way through. And then you'll notice, I gotta turn this around so I can see it a little better. But you'll notice that when I do that, the 4.5 dark line is kind of sitting inside of the fabric. It's not lining up. That is by design, because I want to trim off these outside edges and then have a nice squared up edge before I do the final cut. So once I get that in place, do 4.5, it's this one. So I'm going to cut through. There's that. And then I'll pop this bad boy off. I'm going to rotate this just like that. And then line up the 45-degree line and the 4.5 and the 4.5 to have that perfect squared up section. And then I just trim off any excess on the outside, and that's going to create me a perfect 4.5-inch square. But the 3-in-1, this larger one, that we see. You can go all the way up to 6.5. I think it's the most versatile tool. Beautiful size, but you can do squaring up, quarter square triangles, and half square triangles right here. In that video on Friday that I did with Jennifer from Quilter Select, we talked through how this tool works. So if you want to go back and watch that replay, you definitely can. But the 3-in-1 is one of my favorites because it has a nice long edge to do my cutting.
Yes.
And then I've got technically a 4-in-1 almost, if you say that.
Yeah, I actually
nice
like
mitered
that.
edge here, even maybe a 5-in-1. Look at that. But a bunch of different options for your sewing studio.
Well, and I have the smaller one, but
Mhm.
I actually, now that I've seen you use the bigger one, it's more versatile because
You've
you
got to
can
have
go.
the big one.
Well, you can go bigger.
You can go to 6.5. I know.
Yeah, so
I know.
you can do all of that. And I
And
wasn't
you pair it with the handle from Caterpillar that we looked at during the Notions episode.
yeah,
And you can
just turn it around.
turn it around however you want.
Why'd you stop? You can keep cutting.
No, I'm not going to keep cutting. They got one, they saw it. I'm not doing the rest of the work for
But
you,
that's
buddy.
just anyway. That's just how easy. So now I only have like 50 more to go out of the
Oh, this is
252. Yep.
Well, there you
So-
go. That's awesome. Okay, let's see. Can we order something today to be added to another order from yesterday? As long as the orders haven't been printed, as long as your order hasn't been printed from yesterday, then you can add stuff to the order. You just place another order and the system will auto merge them. If it's already been printed, it's in the packing stage. Once it gets to the warehouse, we can't pull it to add more to it. It's kind of already solidified. But if you go ahead and place your order, if it hasn't been printed yet, then the system will auto merge and then refund any shipping as long as it's not batting rolls back to you. So that's a cool feature. We like that. Let's see. Is there another way that I can add to my order that I previously placed today? I don't believe today orders have been printed yet. I still think they're working on a couple of days. So you should be good just to place another order and the system will auto merge it. If you don't get a refund for the shipping because it doesn't auto merge it, just email me at Corey@lindas.com and I'll take a look at it. But it should be fine to go ahead and place another one and auto merge it. So we should get those half square triangles so much faster with an AccuQuilter. Oh yeah, that's true. So you could also get half square triangle units done really quick with an AccuQuilt. That's a different tool that you could purchase to use. Mom was just getting started in that. So before she made that jump of an investment into an AccuQuilt, doing the 8 at a time worked absolutely perfectly for her. And it's always worked wonderful for me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Let's see. What did you say about Caterpillar? Oh, I love Caterpillar. Mom, can you grab the handle light, please?
Mhm.
Do you know where that's at?
Yep.
Okay. So during our Notions episode, there is a handle that you can suction cup to your rulers. It's a nice handle, rechargeable, and it has a little LED light on it to really help you see kind of where you're at whenever you're cutting. So it looks like this. And you just pull up this green tab. You can push down wherever you want to set it, push down and engage it. And then it holds onto the ruler. Make it throw this in the backyard. Give this to the dogs to play with if you want to. It's not coming off. But then it also has a light on it to help illuminate where you're going to be cutting. So you can really see, and you can just pull that off and then it pops onto any other
Ruler
template, as long as there's no slits in the ruler. So it's not gonna pop onto like a Stripology or anything like that. It's got to sit nicely on a ruler for it
Nice.
to work. So it's really nice and easy. We love that. Oh, got it. Just didn't hear. Oh, you're welcome. Let's see. I have done 32 at a time before. Yep, you can do 32 at a time as well. There's a lot to do when you're doing that. You said Roxanne glue. The Roxanne glue basted is a wonderful product. I'll put that back on the screen. Maybe that's what you're looking for. Wonderful product that you can use for your basting, your binding. I use it a lot for the Quilt As You Go process. This is the 2-ounce bottle. There's also, Mom, can you in that green basket underneath this table on this left side? There's a green basket right here. Nope. Towards me. Down there. You see it up there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she sees it. There's also a larger refill bottle that you can get as well. So you can always keep your little 2-ounce one, and then you can fill it up with the 6-ounce refill. It just fills right back up in that bottle. So it's just really nice to have. Hi, everyone. Oh, thank you, Grandmama. She says I'm doing great. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hello. Okay. What else do we want to show, Mom?
You know what? I
Can I
think,
show the bias Sasha ruler?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to show that.
And then we'll let them go enjoy the rest of their Memorial Day.
Yeah, but there's so much stuff to show.
Oh, I know.
I could be here all day.
We'll just have to add it to the next video.
Oh, man. Okay, let's add this real quick so you guys can see. See, yes, please. See, people want to see the stuff, Mom.
I know.
Okay. So I want to show you guys can you hand me that green ruler underneath that bottom one?
Oh, this tool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
See, she didn't want me to show you guys.
I didn't say that.
It's terrible. So this is the bias Sasha ruler. This is from Pauline's Quilter's World. If you've ever tried to cut bias, which bias is you're cutting on a 45-degree line, basically. Sometimes you can run into some issues with cutting on the correct bias, quote unquote, because the fabric can shift a little bit on you. And majority of your rulers don't have multiple 45-degree lines. This ruler has multiple 45-degree lines, so you can get a beautiful bias edge. So if I took some fabric here, and I'm folding this is folded selvage to selvage, and then folded again where that fold is on that edge. Let's do it this way so you can see it. And first things first, I want to get a nice straight edge on that fabric. So I would grab, I'll grab this. This will work. Another reason that you can use your ruler here is just create a nice straight edge on that. Beautiful. I can take my bias Sasha ruler and I'm just going to cut off a probably a smaller section like that. But you're measuring up an edge here and an edge here. Cut. Okay. Now from here, what I can do is there are multiple line distances on how wide I want my sashing to be, or my bias to be. So I can line up, I'm trying to get this where you can see it perfectly. This is going to be a larger bias, but that way you can see it. So if you'll notice, if I wanted to do a 1/2 inch bias, I could line up the 1/2 inch line and then line up the 45-degree line there. So it would have that fold, and then I could trim that off, and it would give me exactly what I would need for that bias. Multiple different ways to do this. Now, this was, I did that on the wrong fold, didn't I, Mom? Why didn't you stop me? Mom, you're supposed to stop me.
I didn't know what you were doing.
Exactly. Yeah. Hold, please, folks. She didn't stop me. I was too excited to show you. Way to go, Mom. She didn't stop me. Okay. You're just going to take your first fold of this. Because if you do more of that.
Purge all that from memory.
Yeah, purge all that from memory. Bless it.
You were just so excited to show it.
It was. It's a cool, exciting tool whenever I get it right. Say now, watch. What's wrong? This fabric isn't right.
I was like, I don't think
This isn't the right fabric for this. You know what, guys? We're
purge it
gonna
all.
just purge all that from memory. Okay, just purge it all from memory. I've got a better video online. It's already done, and it's live because I have issues. I don't have the right fabric for this. That fabric is used that was for a tester piece for something. I have now destroyed said tester piece. So I guess I've got to answer to somebody about that. But we will do another video about the bias Sasha ruler when it's correct. When I have the right fabric, I need to do better. But the bias Sasha ruler is absolutely incredible when I do it right with the right fabric.
But you have a great video on there.
I do have a wonderful video on it already.
So purge that and let's
just
answer
purge-
questions.
I can't believe me. It's episode 8. Can you add the ruler holder to the list so I can purchase with the glue? Ruler hold. Oh, the Caterpillar handle. Yeah, sure.
And it says, how fast does Roxanne glue take to set? You normally would set it with an iron to make it go really fast, and then it washes out once, so it doesn't stay in there.
Yeah, I've
But you can let it set too, can't you?
Yeah, you can let it. You can kind of do whatever you want with it. I've done I'm adding that light to the display. There you go. Oh, on sale for $39.99. That's a steal. You can let it sit there and just press and hold it with your hands if you don't have an iron nearby. It's going to take about 10, 15 seconds to set. If you hit it with an iron, it's literally just hit it with an iron and it's dry. So it happens pretty quick. So it just depends on what time you have and what you have available at your space. But I always just hit it with an iron real quick. Let's see. Do the Roxanne glue have a strong smell when you use it? My products have to be fragrance free. People might think this is it's not a dumb question at all. It's not a dumb question. This is a Diana question.
Yeah, because I do not like any scents.
She can't stand smells at all. I love a good Bath and Body Works hand soap here. We've got all the candles going. I have to turn them all off before she comes in. So it's not a dumb question at all. Mom, do you want to answer that do you want to come over here and answer that?
Yeah, for sure. Like he was saying, I can't handle really any smell, perfume smells, the candles, things like that. I get headaches. It does not have any smell. Like you will not smell it at all. Nope.
But yeah, no, it has no smell. Absolutely wonderful. Question: Do you have the Quilter Select ruler handle? So the little ruler handle that I'm talking about from Quilter Select, it was this one right here. It sold out from our stock, so I don't have any. But when I do another video with Jennifer from R&K this summer, we're gonna do a series of videos. I will triple check that they're in stock for you and that we have enough stock because they did sell out. And we can get those added for you. And I'll honor that same price whenever we do those videos over the summer. So
sounds like a plan.
Good. Love your shirt, Mom. Yes, I made that for Mom.
You did. Yep.
I really love her shirt. It's a peace, love, Marika.
Yep.
You're on the wrong side.
I know. I was trying to.
Yes, I made that for her. Thanks. Okay, let's see. I think that's I'm trying to look everywhere, make sure everyone's got their questions answered.
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's everybody. Okay, guys. Let's take a look here. You're so welcome. Okay. All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining me over the course of the past 8 episodes. I've had a wonderful time spending the Memorial Day Savings holiday with you. I hope you've enjoyed it just as much as I have. Have you enjoyed it, Mom?
I have. It's been fun today. I love hanging out with you, and I love doing this with you today. And then I watched the other ones. Yeah, love it.
So many different ones. I hope you've had a lot of fun with all this information that I've provided for you. If you like these shopping sessions, let us know in the comments below, and I will definitely try to get more scheduled on the books. I got a lot of things going on, but this is fun. Yeah, and I'm at home in my studio doing it where all the cameras work. So it makes it really, really well. I hope you had a great time with me again. Now, remember, let's blow through these sales real quick because these end tonight. 45% off. You're going to count these, Mom. 45% off of the batting rolls and packages. Up to 50% off the batting by the yard. Just give me bunny ears.
It's there.
Then you've got our fabric, which is the cotton, flannel, or batiks by the yard. That's going to be up to 35% off. Plus, buy 5 yards, get the 6th yard free. Does not have to be all the same fabric. You can mix and match, but you have to add that 6th yard in. Or if you buy 10, you get 2 yards free, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The Shannon Cuddle products that we looked at this morning, those are 25% off. The Notions are up to 35% off.
I'm going to run out of hands.
Quilter Select products are 25% off. The thread is up to 35% off. With those Quilter Select products, if you buy over $100, you get an additional 2,000 bonus points added into your account.
Oh, goodness.
And then, okay, you can stop. You're good. And
there's just a lot of
there's so many,
lot of deals.
A lot of deals. In those carts, you have your cart bonuses as well. So over $99, as long as it's not batting or large items, will get you free shipping. Over $149 is going to get you a $10 gift card after you purchase for the next time to use it. Over $249 is going to get you another $15 gift card. And at the beginning of this video, I really talked you through how you could make the best out of those deals. So make sure you go back and watch that replay once it's done. Okay.
And I'd like to say one more comment because we've had such, great response to the fabric sales. Just please note that the fabric it's a little bit delayed on shipping, but we are getting your orders out. They will get to you. Just might take a couple more days than normal, but so just understand that they are working around the clock cutting that fabric for you. But it is a little bit delayed, but for that. And also we just are very excited that you decided to take your time out today to spend Memorial Day with us.
Oh, thanks, Mom. That was wonderful. Let's take a look here. I think that was what everyone was asking.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yep. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, that's all the questions I see. Do you see anything else?
No.
I think we're good. Okay, awesome, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us again for our live shopping sessions here at Linda's. I've had a wonderful time with you, and I will see you all in the future. Bye.
Bye.